Welcome, welcome, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back here in our prehistoric world. Of course, this is Vintage Story, and we are live on Twitch, but you are probably watching this on YouTube after I've gone live. So if you want to catch me live in the future, check the description. My Twitch link is down there. And if you've missed any of the previous live streams, the playlist is also down there too. But oh my gosh, in the last live stream, we did a very important thing. We captured some goats. Look at these. We've got 4 female goats right here, and you might say to yourself, well, what the heck's the use of having 4 females? You can't do much with those. Well, you would be correct, but you would also not be aware of the male that we've got over here. There he is. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's right. I think there's another female in here. Is that right? Let me get my trough back. So, we're going to have to make a little bit of a run here, obviously, and I got to make sure they can't get out of it. Come on, jump, go underneath me. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you can bounce on top of the goats and they'll get you out of there. But we're going to have to make a little trip back to the house, grab some stuff. Grums is here. White Gilgamesh is first. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by the stream today, Grums. Appreciate ya. Good to see you. How's the server? I saw that you're having some issues with one of the new mods. The magic mod? I don't even know the name of it. I hope we can work that out. But you say the word disillusioned. Oh, you were second, my friend. You were second. Grums, you say the word and I will uninstall that mod from the server. Just tell me. Just say it, Grums. Just say the word. And I'll stop the stream right now and do it. Look at this little boy. So we're up here on what I like to call T-Rex Hill. Happen to, of course, be clear of T-Rexes at the moment. But that's kind of why we came up here. I'm thinking, I was gonna leave the goats there and just kind of breed them there and stuff. But I think I want to move them closer to the house. Yeah, I don't like coming up on this hill and stuff. Thanks for streaming right now. I'm having lunch and love something good to watch. Well, you're welcome, Grouse. No problem. Thanks for tuning in. Whoa. Okay. Triceratops. No worries, no worries. So we are on a limited life run for anybody who's new and isn't aware. This run started with only 20 lives, and we have lost 19 of them. So we're on our last life. This is officially a hardcore run right now, people. And I almost died in the last one. So everything got temporary effects. Let's see if that's enough. Okay, hopefully it'll go good. All right, 1 life, fingers crossed. Yeah, that's right. We got to be careful because there's dinosaurs everywhere, people. So far, yeah, look at that. There's a mosasaur laying behind my bushes. It's probably because the ice. My little lake is going to freeze over here. And this stupid guy. Get away from my berry bushes, man. I mean, I can't, there's no berries on him, but what if I wanted to move him or something? But anyway, yeah, he's still alive. They won't die out of the water like that, but they are still dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, look at this, our little baby T-Rexes. Okay, that's right, I'm officially a mother. What are you going to do about it? Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I'm really hoping we can survive long enough to see those babies grow into maturity. For some reason, it's just, I find it thrilling, the idea of having a couple of mature T-Rexes in captivity and then breeding them up. Oh, it's going to be fun. Some people have accused me of having a breeding fetish, but none of those people are currently in chat right now. What's going on, good sir? Hello. You must not be talking to me, my friend, because I'm neither good nor am a sir. Well, I am a sir, but hello, how you doing, Slon? I see your first time chatter. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Just getting started, my friend. And we're trying not to die. That's the point. That's the whole goal in life. Grum says 100 bits for the Dino motherhood. Sounds like sounds like better than King. Hey, listen. All right, I just love domesticating animals in this game. I really do. I was always like somewhat let down by the Minecraft version of animal breeding and domesticating. Oh, you just find two of them and feed them, and boom, you've got like infinite pigs or sheep or whatever. Vintage Story is a much more challenging game in terms of the domestication, and I really do enjoy that. But thanks for stopping in, everybody. Appreciate you. A lot of big news. Oh, we got some nuggets up here. What was I doing that for? A lot of big news going on. Did you guys see that there's been an update to the Hytale post? So there was the original Hytale post where Tyrone said that, he's sad to see that it's closing, but everybody, all the Hytale fans are welcome here in Vintage Story World. And he even reached out to some of the developers who might have lost their job. Then he followed it up with another post saying that they were going to definitely add on to the Vintage Story team and start a secondary offshoot, like an adventure mode kind of. But there was a lot of backlash to that, apparently, on Reddit and the forums and stuff. And he has since responded again with the third Hytale related, thing. And it's interesting. Gives all his feedback to he gives his responses to the community feedback, I should say. But I definitely recommend you go watch it or read it. I might actually make a video on it. We'll see. But regardless, lots of big news happening here in the Vintage Story world, and I love it. Listen, it's all good to me. Controversy is views and clicks, so I'm not complaining. All right, so we've got a bunch of food here, looking real good. Some of it is sealed, some of it is not. Let's go ahead and just seal these ones that aren't. I mean, I've got plenty of fat. That's one of the benefits of playing in a world that has giant multi-ton animals in it, aka dinosaurs, is that you do end up with a lot of fat, so, and a lot of meat that I really can't use. 2 servings of hefty bush. Now, we won't seal that one. 2 servings is not enough for me to seal. 4 servings, let's do it. What was the backlash? Some of the common things, and he addresses specific ones, like one of the ones was finish Vintage Story before you add on a separate game mode for it. Finish the core game before you add on new. Oh shit, did I seal that? Damn it, I just sealed 1 serving. But that was part of the backlash there. So some people said, you should finish your base game before you start on what is essentially a DLC for the game, or even a separate game mode. Another backlash he addressed was you should put the game on Steam before you think about adding a DLC to it. So it's common things like that. Another one he literally addressed was, I paid money for Vintage Story, not an adventure mode, which is kind of a silly one, but he included that and he addressed it. But there was some good, maybe backlash is too strong a word, but no, actually I don't think it is. Even in the video that I released, where I just literally read, the update or whatever, I released it yesterday. There was a few negative comments, not towards me, just towards the update. There were several people on that video who were like, this sucks, I don't like this idea. So yeah, it seems like it's kind of a divisive issue, I would say, for sure. Alright, why did I bring these up here? I forgot to seal these. Crapper. Okay, that's okay, we're almost done with this. Did I get a piece of wood? Do I need a piece of wood? Come on, hurry up, you can do it. Oh, I just wasted it. Damn it. It's alright. Alright, give me that. We'll go back down. It's understandable. Yeah. And ultimately, this is another thing that I've realized, too. Whenever, if I get, like I said, negative comments on a game. Excuse me. What it actually means is that people are really passionate about Vintage Story. Lots of people play this game and really love it the way it is. And when you propose big changes or alterations, they're just resistant to that on the face of it, regardless of what it is. And it's not because it's negative or they're they might be angry, but it's not because of hateful feelings. It's because they love the game, you know what I'm saying? They're really passionate about it. So in a way, it's a sign of a really strong community, And there's nothing wrong with, I think, getting constructive negative feedback, just posting things like, oh, this is stupid, that's not really helpful. But yeah, if you give like legitimate feedback, like you should post this on Steam before you release a DLC for it, that's legitimate feedback. Not a lot of people might agree with it or disagree, but that's a legitimate complaint, I think, which deserves addressing. Hello, Saturn. How are you, my friend? We're currently just discussing the latest update on the Hytale vintage story drama thing that's going on. I think Tyrone has his head screwed on. Hello, Bill Vettel. I assume are you saying that in a positive sense, Bill Vettel? I hope I'm reading your comment correctly. So you're saying that you have faith in Tyrone's positive. Yeah, so you're saying you have faith in Tyrone, and you trust that whatever his decision-making is will be best for the game and the community. I tend to agree with you there. I think that there were a couple of things he mentioned which I wouldn't agree with in the post, but it wasn't directly related to Hytale. It was more like a kind of his management style. Like he says he prefers a smaller team and like adding more people in order to try and increase the development cycle for Vintage Story wouldn't help. And I just don't understand how that could be true. Maybe he's like admitting his own limitations, and he's like, just, as a manager and CEO or whatever his official title is, he can't handle more than 24 people, which I think is what he said to have on their team. And if that's the case, then hey, I praise him for recognizing his own limitations and saying anything beyond this is just diminishing returns, because I can't manage a bigger group. But I certainly think that adding more talented developers could speed up the development cycle of Vintage Story. But if he doesn't want to, or like I've said, if he's admits he's got limitations in that area, which I do too, like I hate being a manager. Like I would personally never want to manage a team of people for like a serious like money making venture. Like I can barely manage myself. All right, I forgot some food. Went through all this ordeal for food and I didn't even leave any in my backpack. But either way, it's good to have something to talk about, Adds excitement because everybody's looking forward to the new update and stuff. But now we've got something else to talk about, don't we? We can talk about the Hytale. You know what's funny is I never heard of the game Hytale before Tyrone released this statement. That was it. Small teams seem to be more efficient. You can see what indie developers could achieve compared to big companies. It's true, but yeah, like I said, I just don't think... I think that there is definitely something to be said for big teams, working on projects, but small teams can be efficient, certainly. And again, I think it comes down to what you're working on and your overall mentality. I'm a big believer that things flow from the top, meaning like if you've got a president, for instance, not to get too political, or let's bring it down a little bit. Let's say you've got the CEO of a company. If they're a really kind-hearted, understanding person, that the people they hire will also have those kind of traits. And that feeling of kind-hearted and understanding will kind of trickle through the organization, and most of the management and even lower-level people will have those similar traits. And the same is true on the negative side. If you've got a CEO who's corrupt and dishonest, then those corrupt and dishonest traits will also be surfacing in lower-level management and throughout the company. And I believe that's true in all types of hierarchies, True to a lesser or greater degree, obviously. There are always exceptions, and in instances where you've got heavy outside regulation, then it inhibits corruption or whatever. But either way, you never heard of Hytale either till now. Maybe because you played Minecraft, never played Minecraft. Really? That's interesting. All right, we're getting pretty frosty out here, people. All right, so what we're going to do, I think, while we've got all this snow on the ground... I mean, I honestly don't know if it's going to help keep me safe, but I feel like it inhibits some of the spawns for the dinos. So we're going to take a run over to the goats and see if we can get this fencing finished. Hello there, Curly Fries. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. Appreciate you today. Great you could make it, everybody. We've been doing a lot of work. Not yesterday. Yesterday I did Cataclysm, but the day before we were doing a lot of work outside of the home here. So we got to be very careful going out and about. But we found some goats, people. We've got goats. So yeah, let's go see if we can wrangle us up some. All right, let's do this. This Saturn says that is why big teams don't work. However good the top person may be, you end up having someone in the works that ruins it for everyone. Oh, Zlon subscribed with Prime. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, buddy. It's very helpful for the channel. Big shout out to Zlon. All right, yeah. And of course, anybody on Twitch right now, if you have to leave early or whatever, I'm gonna post the VOD for this video on my YouTube channel tonight after we've gone live and stuff. Uh-oh. No, that's not a T-Rex. Okay, thought maybe that was a baby T-Rex. All right, our goats are over this way, so we got to be very careful. Sorry for the jumping, but I'm trying to see stuff here. Okay. Yeah, I back to the leadership. I do think leadership is so important in business, and not just business, and all, warfare obviously too, probably. Well, I don't have much experience in that, but as someone who has worked on huge projects with 1K people, I think it sometimes works, sometimes it does not. The answer is never simply as to why. That's true. That's true, Grums. Grums is right. There's always nuance, as soon as you make a blanket generalized statement like large groups never work, you're always going to be proven wrong. Instantly, there's going to be, a large group that someone can show you as an example and be like, see, this one worked really good on this project. What are you talking about? So, yeah, those big blanket statements, you're right. There's always nuance. Very, very often just simply not one answer or the other. I wish there was a simple answer. I know. Feel that way too about politics sometimes. I'm like, God, I wish there was just I wish everybody would just listen to me, Been loving binging on your content. First time catching a live stream. Awesome. Been watching YouTube past VODs. Currently on episode 10 of the Dinos. Okay. Well, you might see a few spoilers here, my friend. And Zon, if you're unaware, I'm currently on the last light. My voice is relaxing. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I like to hear that. Okay, yeah, wait, where are we? Yeah, we're on the last life right now, my friends. So it's been a struggle since episode 10 or wherever you left off, wherever you're currently watching. We've definitely been struggling, but you saw Last Life High Stakes. Yeah, I put it in the title, didn't I? I said hardcore. Yeah, but here's the good news, my friend. As soon as this one ends, and I hope it doesn't end for a while, I'm not trying to get it to end or anything, but as soon as this one ends, we're going into a brand new challenge run immediately. In fact, episode 1 is already up on my Patreon. Of course, all my stuff is early access for Patreon, but yeah, we're going to do a Snowball Earth challenge, so it's strictly a polar world. And like I said, I've already got episode 1 recorded and posted. But yeah, I'm excited. Boyko, his voice is also what made me pinch his VOD. Thanks, guys. Just goes to show you, talent means nothing. It's all just if you were born lucky and you got a voice. Well, I appreciate that. It's nice to hear. For sure. And it is. Obviously, that's one of the things that's helped me on YouTube is to have, a good speaking voice. Sorry, when it's not given out. But, yeah. Maybe I should have been a singer, That would be my real dream. I want to sing and dance. I could still do that. Let's see. I was first to respond on YouTube announcement. You were hyped. Nice. Heck yeah. So you're looking forward to adventure mode, huh, Slon? That's cool. Yeah, or just whatever they come up with. Yeah. I am too. I said in my little video that I put out No matter what they do, you know, I'm going to at least feature it on the channel. We'll at least try it, you know, give it a shot. So if anybody out there is not like totally sure, you can just check out some of the videos, you know, that I'll do on it. Like it or hate it, you know. I'll be the test subject. I'll be the bunny. Let's see, your voice feels like it belongs in to a radio host. You know, I've said this before. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Crumbs. I've said this before, but I have a brother we're not twins, but we're only 14 months apart in age, so we're very close in age. And so whenever I hear my voice, like when I'm editing, all I hear is my brother's voice, and it makes me annoyed. But it's just how it is. Everybody's like that, right? You hear your own voice, and everybody cringes at the sound of their own voice. Now, there's probably some like Hollywood types out there who are in love with themselves, who just like to hear their own voice constantly. Correction, first to respond to your announcement. Oh, about the Snowball World Hype Train. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember the comment. Yeah, you left 2 comments, didn't Shizlan? I remember, my friend. I'm glad you could make it today. Heck yeah, buddy. Thank you for commenting, too. Okay, I think, are we ready? I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want them to get out. Yeah, see, like this, they could get out right there if they go up that area. Let's be extra careful. Whoop, I've got the extra fence. I might as well just lay it, you know. It's not going to hurt anything, and I can take it back when we're done. So let's get extra careful. Oh, I'm sorry, Zlana, I just saw your comment. That's a really good question. Do I plan to stream Snowball Earth? Not initially, no. Unless unless the run lasts for many, many weeks into the months, which I hope it does. Again, you know, it's another 20 life run, so it's another limited run. And I don't want to spoil anything too much, but I do lose a life in the first episode. But, yeah. So, no, probably not, unless it lasts a really long time. I'm going to be streaming in the multiplayer server, though. So once this run is over, I will definitely be streaming on my multiplayer server a lot more and stuff. Doing projects, cooking, chiseling, you know, chasing around dinosaur mods that I install and don't tell anybody about. All right, let's follow. Man, this goat's got like 4 ladies. All right, I know. You want to get in there. Okay, I don't want to hit you with the axe. Go. In there. So many goats. Okay, there we go. You're living life the way you should. Did I not bring the troughs? Oh my god, I put the troughs away like a dummy. That's okay. We'll have to go and get them. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so what mods will you be running on Snowball Earth? I recommend the Ruins mod because Ruins will be your lifeline towards getting things started. It's a good point, Zlan, and another good question. I've got a whole mod list, of course. It's a pretty extensive one, but believe it or not, this is going to be another Homo Sapiens run. So there's not going to be any ruins. That's right. It is going to be extremely challenging, but let me tell you, the one mod I do have I've got many mods, but one of the ones that is going to help us is primitive survival. Okay, so I have thought this out, and I actually tested the mod pack several times to see if it was even viable to do this run, and it is, but it's going to be extremely challenging. One of the only ways we're going to be able to get seeds for crops is by finding them in those little raccoon holes. I don't know, Zana, or anybody out there, if you guys are familiar with primitive survival. It is, of course, the most downloaded mod of Vintage Story, but if you're not, it adds these little holes. You can find, it's basically like a raccoon den or something like that, or it looks like an owl's nest, and they'll usually have like little seeds. You'll occasionally find like 1 pumpkin seed and 1 cabbage seed or something. Yeah, primitive survival will be necessary, and I'm also probably going to do some fishing in that world too. So hey, what's going on? Mildly aggravated. Excited for the newest update? Yes, I am. 100%, my friend. I'm very much excited for it. I love Vintage Story. The new updates always reinvigorated, not just for me, but for the viewers too. So it always helps with the channel too when we get a new update. But thanks for coming by the stream. I see you're a first-time chatter. Appreciate you dropping in, my friend. Let's see. Yeah, primitive survival is necessary. In a true snowball world, the cattails won't spawn. That's true, my friend. Another insightful and correct comment, and one I've also anticipated. There is a mod. I think it's just cattails spawn in snow or something like that, but there is a specific mod which forces cattails to spawn in lower temperatures, and that is installed, and that is part of the mod pack. So tip the hollows respawn if they aren't chopped down. Yep, that was aware of that actually, and I've got I don't want to spoil too much, but I did find one in the first episode and I did mark it, so good call though. But keep the tips coming, Slon, because you're obviously a pretty experienced player, and I could always use more help, for sure. I always say most of the knowledge I've gotten from Vintage Stories come from the community, you know. I've definitely researched a bit off the wiki from time to time, but you're well studied. You got to be, my friend. That's one thing I've learned. You know, the YouTube audience and Twitch audience will keep you honest. You can't bullshit them. You tell somebody something that isn't correct, they're immediately going to find out when they go play the game, and they're going to come back and call you out on it. Woohoo! Ad smack is done. Cutie Bun Bun, what's up? You missed all the mod talk? Oh, don't worry, my friend. There will be lots more chat and fun times. But thanks for coming by, Cutie Bun Bunny. I appreciate you stopping by. Great to see you again here. All right, let's see. So I'm going to kind of clear this away. We don't want any wolves, bears, or velociraptors to get in here and eat my goats. Good to be here as usual. Always enjoy. That's nice to hear. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So in our last live stream, of course, we just started today. I've been going for about 27 minutes. But in the last one, we caught some goats. Several, in fact, as you can see. There's like 5 female goats in here and 1 male. Believe it or not. So we're going to build like a little airlock system. I'm getting lag. Yeah, I had to turn down my draw distance. Is that what they call it? Yeah, my view distance. I had it up to like 900 blocks, but I was getting a lot of lag in my polar world for some reason. I don't know why that one specifically and not the others, but all right. So what we need to do is go back home and get my stuff. So I was stupid and I forgot some stuff. I watched a long playthrough of Vintage Story Snowball World about a year ago. It was cool seeing the struggle. Yeah. You know, being another limited life run, obviously I don't know how long. Oh, look at that. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm excited for it. I think it is going to be really fun. And just from recording the first episode, yeah, I'm already like having a blast with it. I don't know if this is going to work with gravel. Okay, it worked. Bro, I've been looking for freaking resin. Like, I literally spent the last, like, 6 live streams just looking for resin. And there's been some on this tree the whole time. Of course. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's go. And we're hungry. I can't even tell there's food in this bowl. All right, let's be aware of our surroundings. Is that a T-Rex? No. We're fine. Keeping my head about me. There was a time I would not have even dared to come up to this hill because there were constantly T-Rexes roaming around up here. So in the back of my mind, I'm still always kind of nervous being up here. But I mean, the good news, it's very open. You know, there's not like a lot of trees up here. It's not like down there in the valley. Here I can see, at least. Okay. There's a bear. There's a bear. I don't want to tangle with the bear. He wouldn't be able to kill me outright. It would take him a few hits. But, because we are currently in iron armor, if anybody's unaware of that. But, yeah. Being on the last life, we're not looking for trouble here, people. We're just trying to survive. Mildly aggravated. I played with dinos before. It's crazy how you can be minding your own business and then suddenly dead by velociraptors. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me all about it. I'm glad to hear you're playing with the dino mods, though, my friend. Yeah. Our friend Curly Fries, the mod author, would be very happy to note that people are enjoying their mods, for sure, for sure. Are bears more deadly than dinos statistically? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I mean, statistically, I've died more to dinosaurs, I would say, than to bears, but yeah, so no, I don't think so. I'd rather fight the bear than the mosasaur. Although I couldn't get this close to a bear. You know, the mosasaur just lays there and sleeps all day. The bear would be all over me if I was that close to him, though. They're dino chow, yeah. We watched a bear get munched by a Rexy. Really? That sounds interesting. They're probably my favorite mods, he says. That's cool. Or Mildly Aggravated says, though hearing the roaring in the background got super annoying. Yeah, that's how it is with the elephant mod. I really love the elephant mod. It's on this server, too. Like, I pretty much install elephants in every world I play now. But they are annoying. Yeah, they sound really, really loud. Okay. It says grow stunted due to cold. It's got like no moisture. Okay, we can get these out of the ground. We're one stage away from growth over here. These, I think I'm just going to grab these. We'll get the seeds because one thing I want to do is relay out my agriculture before the next season. So let's just get all this. Multiplayer server's going good, my friend. We just actually did another round of mod installs on it. Nothing too extensive. I think we installed 8 mods, 8 new ones, a couple ones that are pretty game-changing. We added magic and a few others, and just some quality of life ones too. One of the ones that I'm most happy about makes crockpots stack to 4. Alright, we'll leave these. I don't know. But, hey, Laughing Gas, what's up, my friend? Why am I not getting seeds back here? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, that's not good. I thought we were guaranteed to get seeds back. But thanks for coming by. Yes, yes, yes. I can't remember if I have underground farming on in this world, Curly Fries, or not. Are you talking about in the multiplayer server? No to the multiplayer server, and this world I can't remember, to be quite honest. I'd have to go back and watch my first one there. Yeah, that's right, Slon. Laughing Gas is the author of the Dino mods that we're playing with, so big shout out to them. Thank you again for all your hard work, my friend. You've really made this playthrough tons of fun. And ooh, level 2 skill in farming. As I've said too previously, I'm definitely going to be doing more runs with dinosaurs in the future. God damn it. Laughing Gas is a legend. That's right. You know it. Yeah, actually, we were talking earlier about my next playthrough, because, of course, on this world, we're down to our last life, and this mosasaur over here wants to finish me off, I can tell. But once this playthrough is over, we are going to be doing a different challenge run, and it's already started. I already got the first episode up on my Patreon and ready to go. Of course, it will release on YouTube as soon as this one's over, but I already have 3 dinosaur mods installed on that. Yeah, there's 3 of the dino mods. I've got T-Rexes, our beloved mosasaurs, of course, and Stegosaurus. You better believe it. The Stegosaurus was my dad's favorite dinosaur, so I figured, in honor of my old pop, might as well pop on the Stego dinosaur. But yeah, I was really thinking about it too. I was like, do I want to put dinosaurs in this new challenge world that I'm doing? And ultimately the answer was, of course, you idiot. What the hell are you thinking about? Oh, the Spinosaurus is your favorite. So that's your favorite dinosaur overall, Mildly Aggravated. Would you say it's your favorite one of the mods too, obviously then? You know, I have yet to see a Spinosaurus in the world. And it's installed on this world. I have all the Dino mods installed on this one. Yep. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You know, isn't the Spinosaurus more of like a relatively recently discovered dinosaur? Am I correct in that? Like, didn't they just, like, we've known about T-Rexes forever, but, like, Spinosaurus is relatively a newer discovery in the world of paleontology. Spinosaurus is cool, but doesn't hold a candle to T-Rex. Rexy is the king, that's right. They may spawn in different climates. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right about that. You're right about that, Son. I was a little worried that I wouldn't see some of the dinos in my polar world, but I can confirm that I have already seen some mosasaurs, at least. And really, that's all you need in life, is the mosasaur, right? Nobody needs anything more than a warm, cuddly little mosasaur to curl up with at night. Give little smooches. Kind of World War II times, I think. I know the museum that held the skeleton got bombed. At least. Oh, that's too bad. Kind of. Oh, you're talking about the or the not the mosasaur, the Spinosaurus. Sorry, I got mosasaurs on my brain. Right, that goes right there. Putting away our food for the winter, people. So we've got to return in the morning and work on our goat pen a little bit better. We need to get those bred. I need them to breed, have little baby goats so we can capture them and bring them back home. And we'll also need to set up some sort of pen for the goats themselves. I'm thinking... So this is our new blacksmithing area. Look at that. Look at the health hammer. It's working. Maybe, should we put the goats up here? I could put the goats in the corner. We could do... Oh, that's not a fence. My iron tools are about to break. My shovel and my knife are almost broken. Let's see. I know there is a skeleton in America of a different subspecies. You're pretty sure. Gotcha. Understood. You know what? On second thought, let's just do this. Okay. Should I put one around this? You think the baby goats could, like, fall in there? No, I bet you they won't. Think the baby goats can fall down in that? I guess we'll find out. Alright, so this will be our goat house. I'll put a little fence gate right here. In fact, I need to make some fence gates. But if they do... There's no dinos down there. They'll just fall into my blacksmith area, and I'll have to recapture them probably. But we'll see. We'll test it. I don't know. I could do something really funky, but I just don't want to have a bunch of fencing up here. Either way, maybe we should just have them outside or on the roof or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out after we've fixed their little area, because I can't bring them over here as adults. We have to breed at least the first generation where they're at, is how that works. Okay, because we're going to be using reed basket traps to catch these little babies. Lon has found the torch emote. That's right, that's a lit torch, my friend. There's also an extinguished torch. And I don't know why. I have no idea why anyone would want an extinguished torch. It's not like I often fall into the lake and extinguish mine. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. And we'll go back down. Now let me get the troughs, because I know if I don't put them in my inventory, I'll forget about them. And I should have just left them. Now another thing... There they are. Put them in some random ass spot. Now you know, obviously before I died a bunch of times, we had a death counter going, and we also had a torch extinguishing counter, but I started banning people who made fun of me, so that ended real quick. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see, if I remember correctly, animals need light in this game, or they don't grow. I don't think it's that they don't grow mildly aggravated, but they will literally despawn. You're right, though. If they don't have the light they need, they will despawn. And it actually says it, too. If you look in the tooltip, for the animal, it will say this animal is in danger of dying because of low light. So if you catch it, you know, it'll give you a little warning before it happens if you catch it, you know. But yeah, you definitely want to keep your area lit up. All right, let's go to bed. Actually, hold on, one more thing we'll grab from down here. We might... Okay, I do have a little flax. This is good. You know, thinking about all those goats, it might be better to just go ahead and cull down to 1 male and 2 females. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because if I've got like 7 female goats, or 6 of them, however many there are, I'm feeding a bunch of them. But there's no point, you know. I just need 2 juveniles, a male and a female. Having more females does increase our chances to get that breeding pair, but it also means I'm going to have to go through a lot more flax grain, which I just don't have. So in the morning, when we go back, we're going to cull some of the goats in addition to finishing off the little cage for them. Alright, but I think it's bedtime. Hold on. Put away this right here. Trying to make sure I think everything out. And I also forgot to get some food, didn't I? I'm all over the place, people. Up and down, up and down. That's how this house was designed, though. It's intentional. Alright, let's see. 4 servings. I'm trying to be careful about this. Okay, these are all sealed. There we go. I was going to say, I know I have some unsealed ones. We'll just grab all those. Grab it all. I'm sure I'll eat it. Oh, I also got a farming point, too, didn't I? Let's place that before we go to bed. Welcome, everybody. Lavender Pineapple. Nice name. Yeah, I caught a live. I was just watching the prehistoric series on YouTube. Awesome. Yes, I see that you're a first-time chatter, my friend. Great of you to stop by. I like your name, too. I like lavender. I like pineapple. You put those 2 things together, and I'm sure I'd like that, too. But welcome, welcome. Yeah, we've got a couple newbies here. Newbies to the streams, I should say. But appreciate you. My favorite color and your favorite fruit. Yep. I really like the smell of lavender, too. Like, I used to get this, like, lavender stuff for the bathroom. It was really nice. But yeah, for sure. And pineapple is a great fruit. It's hard for me to say what my favorite fruit is, to be honest. I really love strawberries. I also really love apples. I forgot to place my farming point. But pineapples are up there. But yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. Doing our little dinosaur run. And if you got to leave or if you missed the first part of the stream, I will post this one today. It's going to go up later on tonight on my YouTube channel. So you'll be able to catch the full stream. And, alright, so it's a new day. Let's get to work, people. Lots of work. What's it look like outside? Okay, good. It's nice and light out there. Do I have everything I need? I feel like I'm forgetting something. My inventory is like half full, and I'm forgetting stuff. Okay, the shovel. We might break our knife. If I do go up there, and I don't think I have an extra, too, so not to worry, not to worry. I have some lavender plants in my yard. Very nice. Yep. They're a very pretty plant, too, in addition to smelling good. Absolutely. All right. And coincidentally, at least for me, your name is purple in chat right now. So right now, Lavender, we are on our last life, believe it or not. That's right. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't caught the live streams, maybe not all the way caught up. Yeah, sadly, this is it. We're down to a true hardcore. Well, you're partially right there, Saturn. There was something behind me. Oh, now there's a mosasaur behind me. Oh my God, this guy right here is just looking in his cold little beady eyes. Oh, he's not dead. He's trying to lure me in with a sense of false confidence, and then he's gonna one of these days, as I like walk by him, he's just gonna take a bite out of me. I'm not gonna let him. gonna be prepared with my super long pike for that day. We'll be prepared. Let's see. Gilgamesh says, I have lavender in my garden. They are great plants. So easy. Oh, they are easy. That's nice. I didn't know that. Oh, shit. We do have a bear right there. Yeah, again, the bear is not as big a threat as the dinosaurs, but I mean, I'm not looking to tangle with anything right now. Having only one life left, people, makes you very cautious. Puts the fear of God in you. Mine just started blooming. Love the little mini flowers. Uh-oh, what is that? It's a chicken. It's not a T-Rex, that's a chicken, people. Don't accuse me of being afraid of chickens, okay? I thought it was a T-Rex. Oh my gosh. Yep. It's a beautiful morning out here. The sky is orange. It's actually pink. Okay, here's our little resin tree. Sure there's no resin yet. Nope, not yet. And the goats are below. Alright, let's just look around. Okay. I don't think my goats have attracted any unwanted visitors yet, but can never be too careful around these parts. Alright, so this will be our little airlock. I hate these frickin' things, dude. There it is. Oh, I needed more. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, this will work for now. This will work for now. I do want to come out here and double stack these gates. Alright, little goats. Time to play and have fun. Live a life of luxury and safety here in this little fence. This is it. This is your new home. Now let's cull you. Alright, hold on. Let me get... Here's what I like to do. Come here. Where's the male? It's going to be a little tricky, but we're going to get this. Okay, the male's in this group. No, where'd you go? Male's right there. Get them all in there. I don't care. Go. Get in there. Get. Okay, is that the male? Female. Okay. That's fine. Here's what we'll do. Sorry, ma'am. You're dead to me. Good God. I was about to break out my sword there. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be doing a little culling here, but my goal is also to get the males separated from the females. So let's try this again. All right, you. Where's it? Where are you at? That's right. Get in there. No. There you go. Okay, that's another female. Instead of trying to, like, actually figure out which one's which, I'm just capturing randomly. Alright, there's the male. Okay. Perfect. You, sir, are going to live right there. And we're going to put... God damn you. Slippery little goats. Alright, going back to the axe. Oh, that was brutal. Sorry. God, that felt harsh. I almost felt unnecessarily violent right there. Smacked it with the axe. Alright, so... Get away. Go. Go, move. There it goes. Okay. That's his little home now. He's got 3 ladies in here. 3 is too much. 3 is too much. Axe is a more effective weapon than this thing. Okay. Beautiful. So we've got 2 females and him. Oops. Let me think about... Now I'm just thinking about the layout of this area. Okay. I think I want to push him back. Yeah, let's get him pushed back a little bit farther. Is that good? Perfect. Alright, so we'll put that there. Good, good, good. I actually don't even think technically I need this fence right here. Like, he's trapped in there now because of that trough, but I'm going to just leave the fence because it's easier. Alright, we'll put theirs there. So, the ladies, I'm pretty sure can still eat from his trough, but it's not as important because males only need 1 serving of food before they're ready to mate, whereas females need 10. So the girls do need a lot more food than he does. And that's why, another reason why I just culled 3, what did we just call, 3 goats? So if I had to feed 5 females, that's, you know, that's a lot of our flax. And if we aren't successful, let's say I get 2 males, 2 little baby males, we're going to have to do this again until I get a breeding pair. And we can take them back to the base or whatever. Alright, so now all we have to do is leave them alone. Get the hell away from them so they'll settle down a little bit. And get to the action. But don't worry, we're not going to sit here and watch them, so... I keep having the urge to try and mark this spot on my map. There is no map. Alright. I think we're pretty good. The goats are all set. Like I said, we just need to give them time and a little bit of space. When I come back, I have to remember to bring those gates there because I don't want them to get eaten. Especially with that bear walking around. I'm pretty sure that bear could get in there. But let's try and get back home. Safe and sound here, people. See what we got going on. Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. Appreciate ya. Having some fun here in the dino world with me. Okay, okay, okay. Got some Triceratopses over there. I feel a lot more comfortable with the herbivores being around here because it tells me there's probably not... Well, I don't know, but I feel like there's probably less carnivores around if we've got these guys chilling. Alright, let's go, go, go. Now, in the last one, in addition to getting the goats, we also got a little bit more metal. So I've got more iron and copper. If we want... There's the bear. It's interesting because the Triceratops definitely like run from him. I want to see him attack one. He might be chasing that deer that we keep seeing around up here too. Yeah, they don't like being near him, do they? They don't have any babies with them, but... Well, that one's real close to him. Alright, let's move. Just observing the wildlife. I always think about like primitive humans, like our ancestors, you know, before modern entertainment was invented. Like, they probably spent so much time just observing animals, you know. And not just for like the sake of hunting, but just for, you know, entertainment. Just to like watch them and stuff. That's what I would do. Those those somethings are scaredy cats. Triceratops. That's what I call them. Now that guy over there, he's a majestic one. This big old fatso. Nah, I shouldn't hit him. He's been pretty peaceful. I was going to provoke him a little bit, but I'm not going to. We'll just leave him. Alright, so most of what's here is flax. I think oh, there's some rye here. We'll just leave that. I think the rest of it I'm going to leave until the next year, but we definitely need to get our hands on some medium fertility soil. That could be a project that we do. Get ourselves ready for next spring. So as soon as, I guess, April comes around, we'll be ready to plant. Let's see. I'm going to keep the flax grain here by the door. Mm-hmm. Why did I put that bucket in there? Let's do this. Pachyrhinoceros are thick, packy nose. Oh, they lack the 3 distinctive horns of the Triceratops. That makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to call them Triceratops if they don't have the 3 horns, right? Oh, how's our resin coming? 78% hardened, people. Let's go. Oh. Okay, got a little compost. Beautiful. Do we have some more rot? See, we're getting prepared for spring already here. We do have more rot. Okay, let's grab that. So, let's look for dirt. Because I think I remember where we can... Wait, I think I saw some. Where we can find some medium fertility dirt. Oh, look, we've got 3 reed basket traps. That's perfect. Those are going to go with us next time we go to the goats. Grab all 3 of those. I need a bigger chest there. Alright. Let me put... Alright, let me pick that up. I'm trying to get everything done at once here, and it's just not happening. These horns are super annoying, but I think what I'll do is we'll probably end up crushing them for limestone, so I'll put them in there. Where are my bones going right now? Okay. Inventory management. That's what this is all about, people. I should change the name of the stream. Where the hell are the bones? Oh, literally the last place I look. Alright, we'll put that away. That goes on the ground. Alright, we're doing a little better. So we don't have any of the medium fertility that we want. Let's find somewhere to put our fences. Good, good, good. Let's get 2 more gates while we're here, so that way I remember them. 2 more. Alright, those will come with us. Bam, bam. Looking good. Yeah, let's go on a little adventure for some medium fertility soil. And I think what we'll do is we'll start putting our, like, gardening stuff in here. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, I've still got some fencing. Alright. Seal it up. And we probably ought to drop this meat downstairs. Why am I carrying all this hay around with me? That should probably go back out to the goats, but we'll just stick it in there for now. Alright, whoops. Close the door, people. We weren't raised in a barn. Plus, there's dinosaurs outside, so probably want to keep your door closed and locked. Remember, we all learned in Jurassic Park, the famous dinosaur documentary, that velociraptors can open doors up, people. They can literally open doors. Nowhere is safe. Not from a velociraptor. They're smarter. Smarter than people. Alright, let's go. We've talked about, I think it's called the Silurian hypothesis, which said that it's possible that there was a species of dinosaur which evolved intelligence and potentially like a Stone Age level of civilization, but then of course went extinct with all the other dinosaurs, and we would never know. We would never have a way of knowing it because what's it called? You know, a Stone Age civilization would leave no trace of themselves. Virtually no trace. Interesting. It's a real... I didn't make that up. It's a real Silurian hypothesis. Alright, let's see here. Where was that medium fertility? I think it was actually on the other side. Yeah, this medium fertility came from a whole different part of the island. Let's check on our baby T-Rexes. Alright, they're still babies. Not to worry. I'm looking forward to those 2 growing up to full size. We're getting into our animal husbandry phase of the run, and it's fun. I enjoy. Uh-oh. Okay, those are not velociraptors. Out here running around on the ice. Look at that. Ever need any food or skins or anything? We're pretty set. Look at that guy running around in circles. He's got rabies. That one's got rabies. I wonder if rabies existed when the dinosaurs did. Alright, so if I remember correctly, there was like medium fertility up on this side? On this part? Am I crazy? Bring it on, little dinos. I got the sword that can't hit anything. What kind of bushes are these? Cranberry. Boo. Oh, but these are red currant. I will take the red currants, but I will leave the cranberries. I scoff at cranberries. Scoff at you. Alright, let's keep looking around. Oh, that tree was like in the silhouette of a dinosaur. It scared me for a second. Meat. Nope, that's peat. I thought that was medium fertility soil. I think if we go back closer to... Bring it on, you son of a bitch. You use my fucking axe. Where'd you go, dude? This is literally the first time seeing a wolf at this run. Okay, he's running away. I'll let him. Don't have a lot of need for the healing, but we are hungry. Alright, not to worry, not to worry. Whoa. Oh, that's another wolf. I thought that was a freaking raptor or something. It's a cow? Ah. Forest floor. Wait, is this medium? Shit, I brought my broken shovel with me. It's not broken, but it's almost broken. Medium. Okay, I thought that was a panther. We found medium fertility. Woohoo! God, I'm so nervous right now. Let's dig up as much as we can until my shovel breaks. Very stupidly forgot to bring a better shovel. It's alright. We gotta break it somehow, don't we? Yeah, we're actually kind of relatively close to my first base. It's not too far from here. And there's actually clay in that vicinity, but we don't currently need clay, so I'm not going to go all the way there. We'll just dig as much of this as we can. Kind of crazy just how little medium fertility there is kind of around this area. It's kind of hard to find it. Okay, there's the shovel. Alright. Grab everything we get. What do we get? Stack and a half, roughly. Cool, cool. Alright, let's move. So now that's that cow. Let's be careful. I don't mind tangling with... Okay, that thing scares me every time it makes a noise. Yeah, I don't mind tangling with wolves. But I don't want to... Anything bigger is a no-no. Alright, let's see. We're so close to home. Okay. Feeling better. Oh, we should try and chase some of those little dudes down into our T-Rex pit. There's fences around the T-Rex pit, though. Okay. Just looking. Okay. Big dinosaurs. Hey, look at this little guy. I like getting a good look at him. Look at his teeth. Oh, nice job, Laughing Gas. I like the way they look. I wonder what killed that little guy. No meat on his bones. Just a tiny little pelt. Alright, here we go. We made it back. Let's see, what time is it? 5:30. Yeah. We'll probably... Oh my god, I still have these stupid buckets with me. We'll probably go ahead and do a little bit of repair work. I need to get this knife broken too. Let's go cut a bunch of grass real quick. Alright, I'm going to place these freaking buckets out here. It's funny, in my multiplayer world, I can never have enough buckets. I'm always in need of more buckets, but over here it's just kind of annoying. Speaking of annoying, get rid of that. Rid of that. That. Alright, and the cow parsley. Nobody cares about you. Let's go break our knife. How much do I have left? 44. Okay. Well, this is good for the goats. Yeah, one of the big goals I'd like to do in this run is tame those baby T-Rexes, and eventually, after several generations, we can mount them and ride them. And I think that's one of the coolest parts of the mods, too. Is obviously, there we go. Having dinosaurs in your world is it's thrilling in and of itself, but, you know, even dinosaurs get a little boring after a while, but not when you can tame and domesticate them. Again, it's like one of my favorite parts of Vintage Story is just how much time you have to invest into domesticating these animals. And I think that, yeah, including that in the dinosaur mods was a smart move for sure. You know, one thing I'd really like to see, though, and this isn't necessary for the dinosaurs, just for the domesticating of animals, I'd like to see a physical change to the animals whenever you domesticate them, get them to generation 10 and beyond. Like, for instance, and I've talked about this before, but pigs and boars should go from like black and brown to pink, you know, and hairless, just like real domesticated pigs do. Alright, let's get rid of that. Chickens, there's not much of a physiological change, I think, but certainly with pigs there are. Let's put that away. Okay. I actually looked into the phenomenon too, because I suggested it on the forums, the Vintage Story Discord. Geese turn white. Yeah, and the phenomenon is called epigenetics. Yeah, and it's not just domestication. Epigenetics is the phenomenon of the environment changing an organism. So if the environment is a domesticated one, then that will have an epigenetic effect. But it can also happen in the wild and stuff. It's really interesting. It's an interesting phenomenon that even people are subject to, you know. Like if we live in colder environments, you know, we tend to be shorter, stouter, more muscular builds, things like that. But it obviously takes many, many hundreds of generations to see those changes. But all right, so let's put the bone away, and let's get up to our blacksmith. Almost forgot that the blacksmith is in a different part of the house now. Oh, and it's too dark. It's too dang dark down up here. Alright. We'll just put a torch there for now. I'll probably forget about it and let it burn out. Let's see if we brought everything we need up here. Probably not. You know what? I should get those bloomeries going. So, where's my hematites? We got nuggets. There's some hematite. Let's grab that. Grab that with the hammer. Beautiful. Want a little bit more that's copper. I thought I had more. I brought a whole stack of iron chunks. Grab that. I put it in the wrong chest? What the? Bro, I know I had more iron than just that. Just the bits. Copper, bismuth. What? Did I leave it in another chest? Yeah, we got a whole bunch. When I got that one crystal that I just broke up, I got like a whole stack of iron chunks, or hematite chunks, I should say. Let's check the rest of our stuff. God, I might have accidentally stuck in one of these stupid crates I've got so many of. Maybe I just didn't move it. There it is. Yeah, see, it just didn't move everything yet. Very careless. Let's see, this is why inventory management is so important. Such a crucial aspect. Otherwise, you stress yourself out. Forget where stuff's at. Start freaking out. Alright, let's start putting that away. Okay. Iron bits go in. Let's break this up. I've got a couple of bloomeries already going downstairs, or ready to go downstairs, I should say. So, copper away. Yeah, let's get those started. It's not crucial for repairing, but I just figure while I'm thinking about it, might as well do this. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some more bloomeries made. Well, more of these fireclay bricks fired up too. Alright, playing housekeeper. It's what we gotta do. Survival depends on the most mundane and boring chores that you just do repetitively over and over and over again. Alright, we'll light them up. Okay, that one lit almost instantly. There we go. Alright, we're good. Let's get back up to the blacksmith. I wish there was some way, like in Minecraft, one of the few things I wish Vintage Story had that Minecraft does was like a way to travel vertically really, really fast. That'd be cool. Some sort of water mechanism. Alright, let's put that away. And, yep, we're going to need to forge up some iron bits. Let's grab a half a stack. So, those go into the forge. I don't care about wood. I think one piece of charcoal is probably enough. Okay, so that's heating. We'll put our broken axe head in and fire it on up, people. There it is. So those will warm. Damn it. Trying to place this wood in here. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so that's warming up. We're going to do it right here on the anvil. But it's kind of annoying that the Hellhammer's just sitting there, isn't it? So let's move the anvil a little bit. That's better. Oops, what am I doing? I need to make another anvil for it, but I think the next one I make is definitely going to be iron. Yeah, so we'll have to get, I think, what is it, 10? 10 iron ingots? Okay, so these are warm. Perfect. Can we warm up just like the broken piece in there? No, that doesn't work. It would be cool if I could warm up like the broken pieces in the forge instead of having to waste like a whole piece of charcoal for one. Alright, let's get the knife in there. Hopefully that'll warm up to temp. Probably not though. Alright, put that down. Place some of the bits, and let's go. Let's see if we got enough here. Knocking them down. I do enjoy the Smithing Plus mod, which is what allows us to do this repair work. At first I was like, I think I would only play it like if I really wanted to min-max, but I like it. Honestly, I think I'm going to use it from now on in most of my worlds. Definitely makes more sense. You know, it's more realistic. If you're out there homesteading, you know, in real life, you're trying to be a farmer or just live off the grid, you're going to be repairing tools that break. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to be like, oh, there goes my shovel. Let me go throw that in the lake now. No, you're going to try and salvage it. All right, I don't have any sticks with me. I should have a stack of sticks up here. But let's continue. Knife is not hot. Just take a lot of charcoal. Heat up one single broken knife blade. All right, let's get some sticks from over here. There we go. Oh, yeah. It's been a while since we stayed up all night blacksmithing, since we got all our iron processed, but, well, after this, we'll probably just go back to sleep anyway. I guess I could whip up... No, I don't have a candle. I was going to say we could make a plate, now that I've finally got a helm hammer, although, albeit it's pretty slow. Alright, let's put these sticks in here. Make a shovel. Boom. Okay, good, good, good. So what are we doing in the morning? Should we go out? We should probably revisit the goats. I almost want to bring like a little basket over there so I can put the grain and the basket traps in it. Maybe not. Alright. Oh, that thing's so hot I can barely see it. Okay, what are we doing here? Flip it around. The one thing I wish about this mod is I could place these little bits like wherever I wanted. That is not realistic, but probably just a limit on the programming or something. There we go. One more. And down. Boom, boom. Beautiful. All right. We've repaired our tools, and all it took was 3 pieces of charcoal, and I put the sticks away. I mean, I guess it's not so bad. It is an uncommon quality knife, too. Oh, you know what? I think we're supposed to be quenching them. Oh, that's right. Andy was telling me that if we quench the blades after smithing them, it actually can improve the quality of it. Oh, shoot, I forgot all about that till after I just did it. Alright, well, from now on, we got to remember to quench. Quench, quench. Which is an interesting, like, mechanic for that, but... Alright, put those away. And off to bed we go. Let's see. I might want to do some cooking, actually. We've got a little bit of produce. We'll do it in the morning. But, yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Get up. Get up. Get up. I keep forgetting this farming skill. Every time I go to sleep, I see it pop up right there. Green thumb increases yield. Increases gathered seeds. Let's do yield. That's probably best. All I really care about is the flax. I mean, we're going to need so much more flax than we have currently. I'd love to be able to quench in water or oil. Swords and knives should be quenched in oil. Wait. Be able to quench in water or oil. Understood. Yeah. I wonder, have you ever tried to quench in a barrel of oil before in the game? I mean, I don't know if it would have any different effect, you know, on the outcome, but you might actually be able to quench in oil. I've never tried it, though. Like, have you ever tried to quench in fruit juice? Or wine? Oh, we should try quenching in barrels of all kinds of liquids. Milk, vinegar, honey. Just start throwing hot pieces of metal and everything. I love it. I love where your head's at, Saturn. Good idea. Alright, so what are we doing? Let's place this down. Let's go look at the baby T-Rexes. Woo, the world is getting quite frosty out here. Pretty snow covered. Fruit juice or wine or water with other stuff in it, so it would have the same quenching characteristics. Okay. Still babies. Desperately waiting for the T-Rexes to grow to their full maturity, so I can feed them and breed them and then cull them. And then work on to the next generation. All right. The only, I keep trying to open the damn map. The only problem with laying out our garden right now is all this damn water. Or the ice, I mean. I like to lay it out in the water. So we'll probably do it in the spring once the ice thaws. But we could definitely still use more dirt. I could definitely go dig more of that up. From the outside of the belly, I mean. Yes, I've ridden a few T-Rexes as their meal inside of their bodies. All right. Yeah, let's go visit the goats. Let's just go visit the goats. Got the gates. Oh. That. Yeah, we need to continually feed them until they're pregnant. So if we go up there and they're not pregnant yet, we'll just feed them again. And we'll improve. Dude's Harry Houdini over there is just disappearing randomly. Alright, let's see. Just being extra careful here. Get the sword out. Put the shield on the hotbar. Be ready at all times. The healing on the hotbar. Let's go. There's still a bear in the territory too, potentially. Wait, I want to try something. Forgetting how, there it is. Trying to remember how, there's the bear. They're chasing something around, isn't he? Alright, let's give him a little bit of a berth here, and we'll just keep moving. Move. Our best defense is just not to stand in one place. Don't be bait, people. Be the predator, not the prey. Okay. We got real lucky with these goats. I did not actually think I could even consider getting the dairy and stuff nutrient in this world, but well, who knows? Maybe T-Rexes give milk. No, I'm pretty sure they don't. I think that's a mammal thing. Pretty sure that's only platypus. Okay. Trying to be quiet. Just listen. At some point we're going to have to find bees too. This could be a heck of a struggle. No map. Just wandering through a really dense forest, listening for bees. Yeah, that could be a real test. Alright. Where the hell are they? Back over this way. I went too far. There they are. Okay, the goats are over here. I walked all the way around them. I was looking for stuff. I was just looking. Okay, are you alive? Nothing's eaten you yet? Good. Alright, they're still alive. So, let's get inside. Okay, put that away. Boom. Let's see what we've got here. If I can place this again. Why is it so difficult to place these? Okay, there it is. Ah! My favorite way to find bees is along the shore of a big lake. When you hear the tree buzzing, it's easier to manage. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I don't think these guys have eaten at all. Eaten one portion, bro? What? It says they're ready to mate. They're just not eating enough. Huh. I wonder why that is. God, what? You know what, honestly, if we've got that outer one, then I don't need the inner one. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay, well, there you go. I topped you off a little bit. You better breed. We might actually need to stay near them. Am I crazy? But if I go back to my house, then the chunk that these animals are in is going to unload, so to speak. And so will they actually eat? Or do they need to be in loading zone? I don't know. In the reality bubble, as I would say in Cataclysm. Well, I can't just sit here all day, so... Well, we did see him actually... Well, we didn't see it, but they did eat at least 1 or 2 portions. You don't know for sure, but I don't think you need to stay close. I think you're right. Because, like, with fruit trees, for instance, like, you don't have to be near the fruit tree for it to... Well, you have to come close to it to grow, but it will grow all the phases, like, instantly if you come... if the chunk loads up. And I assume that's probably true with the goats. Yeah, not to worry. We'll give them time. I'm just overthinking things. I walked all the way over here just to sprinkle 1 piece of flax grain in there. But that's alright. That's alright. We do what we gotta do. Didn't... You know what I'm thinking? Let's place these traps over here so I don't have to keep carrying them back and forth. But, maybe I should have brought a basket. I just know I'm not gonna... eventually we're gonna move this. So. Alright, we'll just place these guys, like right here. Just to get them out of my inventory. Obviously, the point of those is once the babies are born, we'll move those into the pen with the babies. We'll cordon off the female so she can't get at them, because the adults can trample on those traps and break them. But hopefully we'll catch a couple of babies. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a couple of weeks in game at least for that to happen, though. So it's still good. Oh, there's the bar. This used to be T-Rex Hill. Now it's Grizzly Bear Hill, apparently. Poor little Grizz. I don't know what he's doing. Thinks he's the tough man on the hill, but he's got a bunch of these Triceratops. Oh, look, they got a little baby running around with them. That's what he's doing. He's hunting the little ones. Okay. So, what's our next project? What should we work on here? We'll grab these turnips. Or grabbing extra seeds, probably. Okay. Not worried about the grain. Let's go do some cooking, I think. We could get some more of the medium fertility soil, but maybe we won't make a specific trip for that. We'll just do it the next time we're like kind of in the region. Next time we need clay or something. We've got all winter to wait. But yeah, I've got a lot of raw meat, so we could, and a lot of empty crock pots. So let's cook. Let's cook. Look at this. We got snow on the ground down here. Ought to put a roof on my place. Hey, Helmidia. Hello. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for coming by today. All right, this is spoiled. I'm just going to throw that in the T-Rex's pit. Boom, boom, boom. That's all we got, huh? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Appreciate you coming in. Been streaming for about an hour and a half now, but of course, if anybody misses any part of the stream, I will be putting it up on YouTube tonight. But I appreciate everybody dropping in. All right, let's do that. There we go. Excellent. Oh, Helminia, thanks for checking out the newest video too. I saw you comment on the Patreon, and it seems like you enjoyed that first episode, I hope. It was a crazy one, no doubt about it, but I enjoyed recording that first episode, so it's always the hardest one to record, too, of a series. Like, whenever you're starting a new series, I'm always like, what do I do? What if the first episode isn't fun? Or What if it's not exciting? But once you get over that first one, everything, it kind of makes it easier to record the rest. Alright, so we learned that I need to make a rolling pin. But I think we'll just use some stones for now. Yeah, I learned that this takes an incredible amount of stones. Okay, good. That wasn't so bad. Nuggets. Okay, we got 31 delicious nuggets. Now, I don't have any fruit. And I've got very, very little of the veg. So, it's not going to be a very appetizing stew. Then again, neither is that one. Okay, good enough, though. That's all I care about. It's going to give us a little bit of saturation. That's just what we need. Alright. Excellent. Line it up here. If you're afraid the first episode may not be interesting, just go looking for a bear. It will bring you entertainment. There we go. Alright. Yeah, actually, I spotted a bear in like the first 2 minutes of that world. Less than that. Okay, so put that away. And I don't really want to keep this singular nugget, so I'm just going to pitch that. I will keep the onions, though. Those can go back down below. It always feels so nice and cozy whenever it's snowing outside, but we're just inside cooking. Lag Monster, what's up, buddy? Oh, you better believe it. Still alive, but just barely. Holding on by a thread. No, that's my sanity. I'm sorry, I get confused, but yep, we're still here, my friend. Thanks for stopping by the stream, buddy. Appreciate you guys. All right. Just barely alive. Yeah, actually, it hasn't been any close encounters so far today, but you know how it is. I mean, that can change on a dime. And there is a bear on the hill. We've been keeping like our distance from him. And there's also a mosasaur in my garden right now, but he's not a threat as long as I just don't walk next to him. The baby T-Rexes are still babies, still crying for their mommies. But one of these days, one of these mornings, we're gonna wake up, and these little Tyrannosauruses are gonna be fully grown. Yeah, laughing gas. I asked, they told me it takes many, many days in-game for the T-Rexes to fully grow, so it's definitely going to take a while. Oh, God, take it easy on Lag. He's never crashed the server. He's overdue. You know, it's funny, Lag Monster, and you probably have heard this, but the server host that we use, Bisect Hosting, they actually have a commercial, and it's like in Minecraft world, but they say, "Oh no, there's the Lag Monster." Oh, not my server. You never crashed my server, but you have others. That's funny. But yeah, they're literally using your handle, man, for their advertising, bro. They need to pay you money. An opportunity for a promo. That's right. That's right. The Lag Monster. The Lag Monster looks, and the way they depict it, it looks like an Enderman, but it's like all white. It's like an all-white Enderman almost. It's kind of what it looks like. It can be easily solved with a torch. Find a very wooden area, put a torch with the fire, will surely kill performance. Waiting for this wood. Poor market research on their point. I know. I was like, who did they come up with this look from? It's like basic. Being very conservative with my firewood, which is funny considering how much wood I've chopped in this run. I've literally got crates just filled with wood. But I'm over here being extremely cautious for whatever reason. Okay. We'll probably just eat this food. The other stuff we've got in storage is all sealed up. So, I've had the same custom Minecraft skin forever. I still have to email them. I'll have to email them. There you go. Heck yeah, my friend. Alright, let's pour. 4. Let's see if we can make this. Now, you know what? Quit being stingy and just put the dang wood in it. Oh, how's everybody doing out there today? Lag, what are you planning on making for dinner today, buddy? I know it's going to be something delectable, probably gourmet level. And I'm also sure that you're going to share a post of it, a picture on Discord with us. But I bought some potatoes and some corn on the cob today after work. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though. Obviously, I'm going to cook it, but I don't have any meat. I don't know what I'm going to do for the meat. Maybe I'll just have corn and potatoes. But we'll see, we'll see. I've got some frozen chicken breast. I'll probably do that. All right, put that down. You can tell I'm getting hungry. I'm starting to talk about food. You not thought much on that? I work on Sundays, so dinners are usually a bit simpler. Raven will cook. Gotcha, gotcha. So we're talking Tyson chicken strips and or Rita French fries. Actually, that's a good dinner. I'd be all over that. I really like Tyson Southern style chicken tenders. Those are decent. All right, let's grab. Come here. What do we got? 4. Okay, pretty good. Let's go. No, I'll just keep them. I shouldn't keep these on me when we log out, though. Yeah, you don't want to leave food in your inventory. Well, that's not true. This isn't the multiplayer server. I don't have to worry about that. Time's not passing. Let's see. I see HD is familiar with the girl dinner. That's not the girl dinner. I've eaten that dinner many, many times, my friend. And I'm no girl. All right. You know what I do like, which maybe is a little girly, is honey on my chicken. Yeah, oh man, honey on chicken is so good. I got into that as a kid eating at McDonald's because you can get honey with your chicken nuggets. Yeah, and I kind of fell in love with that back in the day as a kidling, as a youngling, as you do, you know. Probably the only reason I like sardines or canned fish at this point in my life is because my dad used to feed it to me as a kid, you know. It's like there's some things you just probably would never eat as an adult if you didn't. Oh, new mods. Yeah, buddy, we've got 8 new mods on the multiplayer server. The magic mod, a couple of the ones you recommended, and some of the quality of life ones, too, that I was looking at. For instance, we now have a mod which will allow us to stack empty crock pots up to 4 crock pots in one stack, which is amazing, and that's actually, honestly, the mod I'm most excited for. Actually, I think it will allow us to stack crocks, too, that are filled, as long as they're filled with the same stuff, you know. So that is really exciting. It's still dark out there. It's 3 in the morning. I know. But yeah, should be a lot of fun. Some new stuff to try out and play around with, like the magic one will be fun. Although Grums has said there's some lag issues once they were getting exposed to like the magic. I haven't tried it myself, though. I haven't played with it at all. Alright, so what the hell are we doing now? It's dark outside. You know what we're gonna need? Thinking about the goats now. Do I have any extra chests? Alright, this chest right here is not really being used. Let's take that down. I want to be fully prepared when these goats come to live with us as our little baby pets. Yeah, they need to have a perfect home. Oh my god, look at my hammer was over here freaking out. I really got to do something about the light in this goddamn house. Like, I can't make any lanterns right now, but we could make some torch holders potentially. Are torch holders easier to make if you make them from a plate first? Would you say? Maybe we should use the health hammer for the very first time ever. Put that up there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that'll contain like our buckets for milking our goats. And I'll probably put like flax grain in here for feeding them and stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Oh, well. Let's put 1 stack of flax in there for now. No, I'm not carrying it around. All right, we'll carry one with us just because we got to continually feed the goats. Now, wait a second. Look at this. Okay, I do have fire clay bricks. Let's grab these. Those are raw. Ooh. Don't you have to make torch holders from plate? Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I made a torch holder. I think it's been since my very first single player run since I actually made a torch holder. But I would assume you can still make them from ingots, can't you? Or maybe you do have to make them from plates. I'm not sure. Look at this. The snow is covering. All right, let's grab that. All right, so these are done. Go ahead and empty them and reclaim the extra bricklets. Beautiful. Let's move this guy. Okay, let's make a few more of them. Got 12 more blooms. Good. Oh, you know what I was watching? And I still got to finish it. It's a great movie. It's called The Man from Earth. You guys have to check it out. It's kind of an older movie, but it's got a lot of people in it who were like in Star Trek. And it was written, I'm pretty sure, by some of the writers of like a lot of the Star Trek. Such a good movie, though. It's like it's such a nerd movie, but it's just a bunch of people sitting around in a room talking. But it's so good, and I won't spoil like what it's about, but definitely check it out. I'm gonna go after this. I'm probably gonna finish watching it. It's called The Man from Earth. Man from Earth. God, I got fire clay bricks everywhere. Sitting in little piles. Okay, that was too much. Alright, so I'll put this one over here. That. Literally, every time I turned around, there was another spot, like a stack of fire clay. Yeah, it's just crafting in the grid with 2 plates. 2 plates? Wait, what? Torch holder is crafted in the grid? Really? Oh, wow. Oh, and it makes 2 of them. Wicked. Yeah, for whatever reason, in my mind, maybe I've never made one of these, actually. Huh. Okay. Yeah, in my mind, I thought it was a blacksmithing thing on the anvil. Well, thanks for telling me, buddy, because I would have been, like, mystified. I would have been, like, trying to hammer it out on the anvil, screaming at the screen. Where's the torch holder? You love The Man from Earth a little too much at times, but still wondering, what does that mean? Too much? No, it's a good one. I watched it a long time ago. I think when it first originally came out, and I just saw it on Prime, Amazon Prime, and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this again. And it's so good. Alright, so we can put that fence away. Very science fiction, too, if you're unsure. It's a science fiction movie, but it's not flashy. Like I said, it's literally just a bunch of people in a room talking. But honestly, like, the subject matter is so intriguing, and their conversation, and there is drama, you know, there's drama about what's happening, but it's super cool. Really thought-provoking. All right, you know, I'm definitely a type of person who enjoys like a good action flick or a movie where you don't have to think so much, but I also do really appreciate those philosophical, thought-provoking flicks too. They made a second one, really not as good as the first. Well, why am I not surprised? I'd have to check that. I'd be real interested in checking that out. The second one, I mean. Huh, I didn't know that. Is it still got, what's the guy's name? Oldman? John Oldman? Is he still, like, the main character? Like, I'm trapped. Alright, got our coal. Put that away. It's like, it's kind of like a movie about what you would, like, what would it be like for you to be in a conversation with an alien, you know? Like, what kinds of questions would you ask a being from another planet, you know? Oh my god, the health hammer. It's freaking out over here. Ah! Okay, let's see if we can do some brass or something. It doesn't have to be brass, but shit, I could just make copper. Yeah, let's just make some copper. So I need 2 plates. Well, actually, I don't even have the copper for that. Wait, we've got this. Okay, so we're going to make some torch holders now because I'm tired of the darkness. And offhanded, Zlon's back. What's up? I love the philosophical talk. Me too, my friend. Me too. Big into it. We're just discussing a movie that I'd seen before, but I'm just rewatching. It's called The Man from Earth. Definitely check that one out if you haven't. Yeah, but it's got some really interesting discussing. So zinc is brass, right? It's not lead, is it? Yeah, okay. So I got plenty of zinc, and let's grab that. Okay, so we'll need 4 bars, which is 80. So we need 400 units. Okay. Put a few more in there. Okay. Good enough. Yeah. Let's go. Boom, boom. And drop that. Should be enough. Alright, where's my ingot molds? I think I've got them on the ground behind me. Yeah, okay, perfect. I need more of those, don't I? 4 molds? Boy, that's not enough. Let's go grab a little bit of clay. Maybe we can whip a couple out while we wait for that to heat up. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I've always loved philosophy. One book that changed my life when I read it as like a 19-year-old kid was called The Art of Living, which is like a translation of a Greek work from a philosopher known as Epictetus or Epictetus, however you want to pronounce those Greek names. But he was an advocate and practitioner of Stoic philosophy. And although I don't necessarily believe, every aspect of Stoic philosophy, as a young person being introduced to that belief system, and especially his way of approaching it, was really, really revolutionary for me as a young person. For sure, for sure. Mr. Saturn from past pods, I've learned you are a fellow panning lover. Saturn does love a good pan. He does. That's funny. Let's see. Oh. Don't walk. Okay, we were going to do this. Let's get 2 ingot molds. Don't want to get too close to the fire. Oh, it's weird doing this without all the X skills I've got. I still do need to do a panning stream. Lag, I don't know if you ever saw the panning ASMR video that I did. I think I did that before you joined the Patreon, possibly. Yeah, but I've got, it's like over a 2-hour long video of just me panning. And it's just just a panning ASMR video. Like, I don't talk. I just do a little intro, but then it's just me panning for literally 2 hours. Alright, did this thing stop? It did stop. And I put the damn charcoal away. Bop, bop, bop. Alright, we're good. I'm curious, have you learned the power of the metal pan from the classes expanded its nature's loot box? The copper one, I assume you're probably talking to Saturn, not me. I don't do a lot of panning. I know it's heretical to say it. But I do in New Worlds, to start with. I'll certainly do a lot of panning in my Polar World. That's for sure. But either of us, I'm aware of it. The copper pan, 100%. We've got it in the multiplayer server. We've actually got expanded matter, which is a mod required for a couple other mods that we have. And that changes a lot of the panning drops. So I'm pretty sure Saturn probably hated that too when we first started the server. Seeing starting to sit down to his favorite pastime, and then seeing all this weird, funky stuff coming up in the loot. Oh, poor Saturn. I'm considering a skyblock challenge. Not how sure that would even work. You know, there are mods for skyblock in Vintage Story, but I don't know if there's like a whole cohesive mod pack, or like if they actually function well together. I don't know. Yeah, skyblock would be fun though. That would certainly be something I'd be interested in too, doing a challenge. There is a mod that adds rich panning gravel. Is that it? Oh, no. Not the one I'm referring to. Oh, so I popped my neck there. You get salt too, which is great. That is kind of nice, actually, getting salt. It's kind of nice. Okay, so that's heating up. Super hot, super hot. We'll move this back under there. I mean, it's not going very fast, but I can actually help. Like, we can assist the health hammer with our own hammer once we put the blocks on there and stuff. So I probably will use it. Let's eat a little bit. Okay. Let's go get these ingots fired up. Get fired up, ingots. 2 ingots per pit kiln. That's pathetic. Okay, that's way too much. In we go. Alright, it's been a nice, quiet stream today, but that's what we want, right? I haven't lost a life. And of course, anybody who is unaware, we're on the final life for this run. This is basically a true hardcore run at this point. And it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stress, alright? I'm under lots of pressure here, people. To live. We must live. Alright, let's get back up there. Actually, hold on. Let's think about what are we doing down here? Let's go look at the baby T-Rexes. Everybody likes to look at those multiple times a day. I get comments saying, you should look at your baby T-Rexes more. Actually, I've never had a comment like that. This place is getting pretty snowy. Man, oh man, it is thick out here. Oh, look at the mosasaur. He is gonna lay there all winter. That big fat worm. Andy, what's up, buddy? I haven't missed it yet. No, my friend. But you are coming in right at the tail end of the stream, buddy. It's great to see you, though, Andy. Thanks for stopping in. I mentioned you earlier. I've forgotten in what context, but it was something about something you showed me. I've forgotten what I was referring to now, but yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I know I've had some personal stuff going on. No problem, dude. No problem. I know you're a father, a husband, and that's a full-time job. Plus, you've probably also got a full-time job. So, no worries, buddy. No worries. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's load up our bloomeries while we're standing here doing nothing, waiting for those ingots to cool down. But yeah, it's great you could make it, my friends. We haven't died yet today, thankfully. I don't think that's enough. Is that all the hematite I've got? Yeah, I think it is. Alright, that might be enough for 1 bloomery. Maybe 2. But, yeah, so far we haven't died. Haven't even come close in this stream, thankfully, but... Or did I? I haven't come close to dying yet. No. I know we can actually just do a partial batch. Okay, I've only got 95. Yeah, we'll just try it. We'll see what we get. I think we'll get like some blooms and maybe a couple of the nuggets will be left over there, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, there goes that. Good, good, good. Yeah, Andy, we just installed some new mods on the multiplayer server too, by the way, which you may or may not be aware of, but we got 8 new ones. Some of them quality of life, but a couple of big changes, nothing major. It's not like I went and installed any dinosaur mods, although I wanted to. Grums wouldn't let me. I mean, just a mosasaur. That's all I want. Just a little mosasaur. Doesn't even have to be a full-size one. Alright, they're still hot. Oh, I remember what I was talking about, Andy. So, you were the one who told me that when you quench an item using Blacksmithing Plus, or I guess actually more specifically X skills, so when you quench one of those blades, it increases the quality, right? Because I messed up. Like, I repaired my shovel and my knife earlier, and instead of quenching the blades, I just put them on sticks while they were still hot. And then I was like, wait a second, crap, I forgot. Andy told me that if we quench them, it increases. Maybe that was actually Nitro who told me that. I can't remember now, but either way, since Nitro's not on the stream today, I'm going to give you credit for it. Mosasaurs aplenty. T-Rex is everywhere. I'm pretty sure Grums would be upset with me if I did. Yes, the quality quench process increases the quality. Okay, 3x skills. Only after the initial creation and repair. Gotcha. Understood. Understood. Okay. Yeah, I've got to remember to start doing that. I think that's weird. Why is it like that? It's just a choice that... Oh, I didn't start these. Just a choice that the mod author did, I guess. Made. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I just got to remember to do it. That's my problem. That's my blockage. It's my boggle. Okay, those are lit. I got a couple of oil lamps here. I'm just trying to get some light into this place. Oh, and we also in the last stream captured some goats. So in the near future, hopefully, this is going to be occupied by our very own domesticated goats here, people. The higher the temperature when you quench it, the better the quality increase. That's why I suggest using heating hits. Oh, okay. Each hammer hit increases temperature. I see. So not only is that X skill actually good for just like conserving coal, but it can assist with increasing the heavy hit. No, heating hits. That's what he's talking about. Every hit on a smithing work on the anvil will increase its temperature. And then the fact that, yeah, that's cool. Does that transfer, does that like count for the health hammer too? Probably not. Probably not. No, that wouldn't count. But yeah, man, you know, I'm going to do a video on X skills. I had a commenter mention it in one of my cooking videos, because I always tell people, like, you know, I have X skills installed, so like my cooking is going to be different from theirs. But I had somebody like, you should do a video on X skills and explain it. I think I'm going to, because it's, I mean, it's such a good mod. I absolutely love it. It's probably going to be just more of like a recommendation video. Have you ever thought of doing a modded Wilderlands based runs? What's Wilderlands? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Wilderlands? What's that? If you get the skill automated smithing, the health hammers get that buff as well. Okay. Oh, it's at the bottom. It's a big one. Yeah, that's one thing about X skills is like when you get a point, you don't get like access to all of these. So this one, for instance, says it requires level 10, and it requires metalworker 1 of 1 and machine learning 1 of 1 too. So yeah, X skills is awesome. All right, is this cold yet? For the love of brass, let's go. All right, heat this up. Actually, seems like we got a pretty decent little wind going right now. Considering just the pathetic size of my sails, I think, yeah, we got to take advantage of this. Let's go heat it up. Gonna make some plates. Yeah, let's go pop up to the top and show Andy my pathetic little windmill setup. Hey, listen, I feel accomplished that I even got a windmill built in this world, you know? Look at that, Andy. Literally one thing of sails on there. But, yeah, it's working. Oh, okay. Let's go. Yeah, I'm definitely up for doing more challenge runs, Zlon. Yeah, it works. That's right. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for new ideas of stuff I can do. It's a group of mods for Vintage Story. It adds new enemies, changes existing enemies, adds new creatures. The complete set is very hardcore combat. Yeah, I would love to. What, is there a list for it? Like, when you say that it's a group of mods, is it just something you came up with, or is this something you've seen other YouTubers, or where could I get this list? That's my question. Alright, well, we're just making plates here, so temperature's not super important. Alright, let's smash this out. Let's help this stupid hammer out. Hurry up. Go, go, go. You seen it on Vintage Story Mods page. So you saw it on the Vintage Story Mod database. Okay. You know, one I was looking through the database last night for different stuff for the multiplayer server, and I almost suggested it, but it changes drifters. It makes them more difficult, more dangerous. It also actually changes, like, the size of drifters. It makes them bigger, and it makes them, like, more ferocious looking, I guess you could say, maybe. But I forgot the name of it. I have to look that one up again, but it looked really cool. And, you know, with all... Oh, cool, just finished. With all the, like, alchemy and magic mods that we've got on the server, I feel like we need a challenge, you know? We do have the dungeons mod, which is awesome. And if we get, like, a group together and just go dungeon diving individually, I'm sure that could present a decent challenge, but... Is that the Rust and Rye? That might be the one, actually, Zon. That does sound familiar. That might be the one you're... Yeah, I think that's it. I have to look again, like I said. But that actually kind of what got me on thinking about what you were suggesting, like a challenge run where it's real combat focused. Yeah. That could be really fun. You know what else? Maybe like a really small world. Like the smallest world you can get. I don't know. Not necessarily like Skyblock, but just like a really, really small area. I don't know. And I'd have to see just how tiny you can make a world in Vintage Story. Alright, I don't think I'm helping this thing too much here. Maybe I should do like this. Why? Pooba one chunk challenge. That's what kind of what it, yeah. That would be interesting. I would like that idea. I don't know if you can just do a one chunk challenge though. Is there a way to do that? To set that up with mods maybe? I mean, it's almost Skyblock-esque, basically. Yay. This is my first project with the Hellhammer. I'm just going to let it finish. I'm not really helping it. I've seen Minecraft runs like that. Oh, okay. You don't know? You've seen Minecraft runs like that? Interesting. It's probably mods. Wilderlands Rustbound mods add new enemies and enemy nests on surface. That was probably what I was thinking of then, Zalon. So, yeah. Absolutely. I guess ultimately the answer to your question is 100%. I'm definitely interested in doing a run like that in the future. Like a challenge run. Yep. And you can count on some dinosaurs probably in that world too, my friend. Oh yeah. Wouldn't it be cool though too if we had like the Wilderlands mod pack with dinosaurs too? I love it. Oh, God. Who knew, growing up as a little kid, you know, looking through all those dinosaur books, that one day I'd be able to live in a world with dinosaurs. A real world. Well, not real, but you know what I mean. I know that does sound epic. Hell yeah, buddy. So good suggestions, Lon, for sure, my friend, for sure. And once again, thanks for joining the stream today, buddy. Appreciate you and everybody who's tuned in. Also, thanks for the Prime sub. Really appreciate that. Let's put this one up here where the goats are going to go. God, 2 plates. Just took 4 ingots to make 2 freaking torch holders, man. These things are... Lanterns are just so much better, aren't they? I don't know. Torch holders have their purpose. Especially in a world where I don't have any bees yet. But Wilderland series of mods is... Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy your comment here so I can look this up. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, my friend. Of course, I'll add and tweak those mods and stuff, but I see. So Wilderlands, so if I look up Wilderlands, I should see all of those come up for a challenge run. Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Thanks for the suggestion, buddy. We'll do that. Is there a space for joining the... Oh, yeah, absolutely, Curly Fries. Yeah, definitely, my friend. The multiplayer server is a benefit for my Patreons, though, so it's not actually a public server. You do have to sign up and donate $2, $5, or $10 to the channel, but all the tiers on my Patreon, you know, whether it's just $2, they do get access to the Discord, and once you join Discord, the information for logging in to the multiplayer server will be there, and of course I'll be on there, and the community's all there. A lot of our chatters right now are on the multiplayer server, but yeah, there's definitely room for new players, and doesn't matter what your experience level is with Vintage Story, if you're a newbie or if you're very experienced, you know, we welcome all levels to the server too. But it's definitely good to, you know, get some new faces in there and stuff, and I hope everybody out there will consider joining. You know, at some point in the future, I might make it a public server, but yeah, for now it's just one of the Patreon benefits. But thinking of joining soon, just got married in real life. Congratulations. Oh, you just got to get married first. Yeah, that's an important. You got to get your priorities in order. Vintage Story multiplayer definitely comes after marriage, I think. But it sounds like you've got it going on, buddy. Well, yeah, Curly Fries, that would be great. Congratulations. But if you do decide to join, my friend, we'll be there waiting for you. And of course, the server's up 24 hours. I don't know if you're American or European, but we do have people from all over the world, basically. I don't think we have any people from Asia, but we've got Europeans, people from the Middle East and stuff, so there's always somebody up and online, it seems like. But I think that'll do it for today's dinosaur stream, folks. Thank you so much for joining me here, of course, and everybody who's tuned in for the first time. I appreciate you guys, and all the longtime viewers. Thank you all for coming out again today. Yes. We will, of course, be doing more streams in the Dino world next weekend. I'll be picking it up. We stream regularly on Friday and Sunday, so follow me here on Twitch. And again, I'll put the stream on... Oh, you're from California, Pacific area. No problem then, my friend. Yep. And this stream will be up on YouTube, so if you missed a part of it, you should be able to check it out tonight. But thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I will see you all on the next one.